Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. General Hospital 2-week spoilers for April 21. May 2, 2025. See Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, ranting, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, interfering, and Tracy Quartermain, Jane Elliott, plotting. Let's get started with the action coming in week 1, which starts on Monday, April 21st. Maxie Jones, Kirsten Storms, is absolutely horrified to hear from Police Commissioner Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, that she is targeting Sidwell, Carlo Rota, for takedown with an investigation. And that could mean deception loses its key ingredient. So obviously, Maxie is very worried that Sidwell's assets may be frozen. Although despite what Anna thinks, what's bizarre is the Zinsight is coming from overseas. So I don't know how a Port Charles investigation would shut down a mine in Africa, but it's a soap, so hey. Brooke Lynn Quartermain, BLQ, Amanda Seton, and Maxie want answers from Anna so they can do some contingency planning. Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, and Emma are bickering. Looks like up at General Hospital, Jocelyn Jacks, Eden McCoy, is about tired of Emma being mad at her all the time. And of course, she thinks Jocelyn is spoiled, entitled, and all that. And I think we all know Emma's just kind of annoying. I really miss the old version of Emma. No slide on the actress. It's not about the actress. She's fine. It's about their way that they're writing this part. So Isaiah Gannon, Sawandi Wilson, and Jordan Ashford, Tanisha Harper, decide on something big and important. Isaiah's not going to like it as Jordan tries to dump him, and Isaiah is bickering about this, but Jordan feels like this is her chance to take down Sidwell, and this blossoming relationship can't be in the way. Meanwhile, Lucas Jones, Van Hanses, gives Marco Rios, Adrian and Kondo a chance. He listens to what he has to say after Lucas demands to know if Marco already knew who he was when they met in Miami. And Alexis Davis, Nancy Lee Gran, gets a little drop-in visit from Sidwell, who is telling her that a potential client would be a fool not to hire her. And Sidwell may be trying to place her in at deception as part of his little takeover, pushing Sonny Corinthos, Maurice Bernard, out the door. Sasha Gilmore, Sophia Matson, has to come clean when Jason demands to know if she took a payout from Sidwell. Jason heard about it from Maxie when he stopped by to talk about, who Sidwell is and what's going on and all this. And so it's kind of interesting. I don't think he's going anywhere. He is our new villain. I really like Carlo Rota. He's a good actor. And Carly Corinthos Spencer, Laura Wright, is not going to take no for an answer. And it looks like that's when her conversation from Friday with Sonny continues. She has advised him not to fight the referendum, and they debate what might be a better way to go about this whole thing. Tuesday, April 22nd, Lucky has some harsh words for Christina Corinthos Davis, Kate Monsey, that she needs to listen to. And Lucky may be back to telling Christina she needs to turn herself in. And he may tell Christina, don't ever come back to Liz Weber's, Rebecca Herbst's house, 'cause she drops by. Considering that she's the one who's to blame for Liz's broken leg, Christina does not need to be thinking it's okay for her to drop in for an impromptu visit. Kai Taylor, Jen's Austin Astrup, updates Drew Kane Quartermain, Cameron Matheson, about the fact that he wants the surgery. And I wonder if the offer that he made to Kai is still good, because Drew has been awfully distracted and upset about what's going on behind the scenes at his house. Willow Tate, Caitlin McMullen, talks to Jason. She wants some help from him, which is kind of surprising. And she may want him to talk to Michael Corinthos, Chad Duell, or Carly to do some lobbying about this whole kid situation. Trina Robinson, Tabiana Ali, talks to her dad, Curtis Ashford, Donald Turner, and she really opens up. Obviously, she's very worried about Kai having this surgery that's risky and his ongoing and growing involvement with Drew. And Carly flips things around on an ally. She betrays them. It may be Nana Reeves, Cynthia Watrous, because she is over at Carly's house this week. On Wednesday, April 23rd, Willow is a little stunned by a reaction that Drew has. And if she tells him she turned to his twin Jason for an assist, he may have some things to say. Drew really hates Jason and Willow knows that, but she is trying to move things forward and smooth the path for them, and whatever she did, I'm sure Drew will back down. Dant Falconeri, Dominic Zamprogna, and Lulu Spencer, Alexa Havens Bruning. Talk about their family, and I wonder if she is again pushing about Rocco Falseroni, Finn Francis care, moving in with her, which Dant doesn't want to happen. Carly and Jason are bickering again. This could be about Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, or it could be about Willow or Drew. So many options. Laura Spencer Collins, Janie Francis, finds herself on the defensive again. No doubt, because of Ezra Boyle, Daniel Cosgrove, and Drew's scheming. And somebody gets an intriguing offer from Tracy, and it may be Sidwell who is hoping for her to be his co-conspirator. Thursday, April 24th is the first day of May sweeps. We're going to have several weeks of really intense action starting on Thursday, and Cody Bell, Josh Kelly, is injured. He needs some medical help. So maybe this is horse-related, or maybe he's changing the tire for Molly Lansing Davis, Kristen Vaganos. We'll see. Danny Morgan, Asher Antonisen, confides in Jason, talks to his dad about how much he's missing his mom, Sam McCall, Kelly Monaco, and we may see some bonding with Sasha over this baby, which Danny knows it isn't related to him. But you know, he's also bonded with Scout Kane, Cosette Abinat, and you know, Rocco. They all see themselves as siblings, so he's pretty flexible about how you define family. Also, something's really got Brooke Lynn worried. Molly issues a warning to Rick Lansing, Rick Hurst, on Thursday, and Sonny gets ready for his surgery. On Friday, April 25th, there's a setback and Willow has to deal with it. And Carly gets an update about Sonny's heart condition, and Christina is shocked. So considering that Sonny's surgery is in sweeps, which I thought it would be, this may be some sort of bad news. Also, Brooklyn is blasting Lulu. She may be pushing her about Dante and the baby thing, or about her trying to move Rocco away from Dante, and Nina gets busy and plays hardball on Friday. And then going into week 2, April 28th through May 2nd, this is the first full week of sweeps. So watch for things to really start going wild and getting more intense. As Sonny comes out of surgery, things may look dire. Maybe he waited too long, or there was more damage than they first thought. Also, Natalia Rogers Ramirez, Eva LaRue, is blabbing to Sidwell about Sonny's heart issue may open the door for that bad guy to cause problems for the local mob boss. Jason's got to think long and hard about how close he's going to let Danny get to Sasha and his baby that isn't really Jason's, because Danny is still dealing with the loss of Sam, and this might be a lot. Rick is frustrated that Sonny's daughter got away with attempted murder, and that means money in his bank account. But Rick may snap a blab the truth to Molly, so that Christina winds up paying for what she did. Even if it's not in jail and trouble with her sister might be enough. There's also always the chance, you know, that Cody may overhear Ava Jerome, Maura West, and Rick because he is an eavesdropper and a gossip, especially when he's been drinking. So if he hears Ava and Rick talking, he might take that big news to Molly. I don't think he'd hold back at all. Hannah is coming hard after Sidwell, but I suspect he covered his tracks pretty well with Kai doing this risky surgery and this pressure from Drew bothering her. Portia Robinson, Brooke Kerr, is increasingly desperate to find something to take down the congressman, and she may intensify the pressure on Brad Cooper, Perry Shen, to find something she can use. And Marco is able to convince Lucas that he's legit and didn't know him. And sparks are going to continue to fly. But how long until Brad notices and tries to interfere? Court Charles will never be the same again as ghosts of the past return with secrets, vengeance, and dangerous plans. The next 2 weeks on General Hospital are packed with unexpected confrontations, emotional breakdowns, and power plays that could reshape the landscape of the Quartermain and Cassadine families forever. Week 1, April 21, April 25. Return of the Prodigal Son. Lucky Spencer returns to Port Charles, and he's furious. Lucky Spencer, Jonathan Jackson, makes a surprise return to Port Charles and wastes no time shaking things up. Though his reappearance was originally kept under wraps by Laura Collins, Jenny Francis, the moment Lucky sets foot back in town, his pent-up emotions erupt. Sources say Lucky walks in on a quiet moment between Elizabeth Weber, Rebecca Herbst, and Hamilton Finn, Michael Easton. And what begins as a calm encounter turns into a furious rant. Lucky accuses Finn of trying to replace him in his children's lives, and though Liz tries to mediate, her efforts are met with cold detachment. Later in the week, Lucky confides in Laura. He admits he's struggling with years of regret, unresolved grief over Luke's death, and guilt about abandoning his family. But Lucky's return isn't just personal. He's carrying a secret that will have major consequences for the Cassadine legacy. Jason's radar is up, and he's not backing down. Meanwhile, Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, begins to notice something off about Valentine Cassadine, James Patrick Stewart. After a tense run-in at the Metro Court, Jason makes it clear to Anna Devane, Finola Hughes, that he doesn't trust Valentine's reformed attitude. Anna urges him to tread carefully, but Jason takes matters into his own hands. He enlists Spinelli, Bradford Anderson, to dig deeper into Valentine's recent transactions. What they uncover is a trail of off-the-grid financial activity that points toward a hidden Cassadine estate, one that could be connected to Helena Cassadine's last will and testament. Tracy Quartermaine sets her sights on Spencer's inheritance. At the Quartermaine mansion, Tracy Quartermaine, Jane Elliott, is quietly stirring up her own brand of trouble. With Ned, Wally Kurth, focused on ELQ, and Brooke Lynn, Amanda Seton, dealing with her wedding plans, Tracy has free rein. And she's been keeping tabs on Spencer Cassadine's, Nicholas Chay's, presumed inheritance. Tracy approaches Martin Gray, Michael E. Knight, under the guise of hypothetical estate planning. But it's clear she's plotting to gain control over the Cassadine fortune before Valentine or Esme can lay claim. She sees Spencer's recent death and Esme's amnesia as perfect leverage to strike a deal with dubious Cassadine contacts from her past. Week 2, April 28, May 2. Secrets, surprises, and sabotage. Lucky learns the truth, and Jason tries to protect Elizabeth. As Lucky digs deeper into Valentine's activities, he stumbles upon the same information Jason has uncovered. The two reluctantly join forces, but tensions flare. Lucky doesn't trust Jason anywhere near Elizabeth or their children, and the feeling is mutual. In a gripping scene at the pier, Jason warns Lucky to stay out of whatever Valentine is planning, but Lucky doubles down, reminding Jason that he's the one who walked away from Liz first. Their rivalry reignites and old wounds resurface. Things take a dramatic turn when Lucky breaks into Windermere, hoping to find proof of Valentine's schemes. Instead, he discovers a hidden chamber beneath the estate filled with cryptic Cassadine documents and a single sealed envelope addressed to Laura. Tracy makes her move, and it backfires. Tracy puts her plan into motion by attempting to blackmail Esme Prince, Avery Kristen Pohl, hoping to use Esme's fragile mental state to manipulate her into signing over power of attorney for Ace's inheritance. But Esme, slowly regaining fragments of her memory, turns the tables. In an intense confrontation, Esme reveals she remembers just enough to know Tracy is not to be trusted, and she has an unexpected ally, Ava Jerome, Maura West, who's been quietly helping Esme find her footing. Ava and Esme strike a fragile truce, bound by a mutual hatred of being manipulated by the powerful families of Port Charles. Jason and Anna confront Valentine. Helena's ghost looms. With new intel in hand, Jason and Anna confront Valentine at Windermere, demanding answers about the secret estate and the suspicious financial trail. Valentine finally admits he's been protecting something, or someone, but before he can say more, a power outage throws the estate into chaos. Later, Anna discovers a hidden compartment in Helena's old desk, containing a voice recording left by the infamous matriarch. In it, Helena chillingly outlines a plan to restore the Cassadine Empire through the hair of darkness, a phrase that sends shivers down Anna's spine. Jason thinks it's Spencer. Anna suspects it might be Ace, but Valentine insists it's neither. Lucky and Laura uncover a hidden Cassadine. Back at Laura's home, Lucky hands her the envelope he found at Windermere. Laura opens it and is stunned to find a birth certificate, one that lists Nicholas Cassadine as the father, but with a mother Laura doesn't recognize. There's another child, another Cassadine. This new revelation threatens to blow the family apart and may explain Valentine's desperate secrecy. Could there be another hare out there, waiting to claim the Cassadine fortune? Closing out the week, explosive cliffhangers. Jason warns Elizabeth that danger is closer than she realizes, and she may have to choose between her past with Lucky and her loyalty to Jason. Azu makes a bold decision about her future and Ace's, and it involves leaving Port Charles entirely. Tracy receives a mysterious package wrapped in black ribbon, and inside is a single chess piece, the Queen, with a note that reads, "Your move." Coming up in May, sweeps and chaos. As May sweeps begin, General Hospital is primed for shocking returns, family betrayals, and the return of Helena's legacy. With a new Cassadine hare possibly on the horizon, Lucky back in town, and Jason caught in the middle, the next chapter in Port Charles history could change everything. Will Tracy succeed in her power grab? Can Jason stop Valentine before another Cassadine rises? And is Lucky truly back to stay, or just long enough to blow everything up? Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our GH News 24 YouTube channel for more update news.